I recently watched a video from Red Bull where they raced 4 very different cars. It was an F1 versus rally versus drift and also truck. It was an amazing video, and that led me to make Fast and Foolish. Welcome to Fast and Foolish, a car race game where you can race an F1 car with a go-kart, where you can race a pickup truck with a muscle car, so it's a race without any specific rules about cars. So to get started, first we get some free car assets from Kenny. If you don't know, then Kenny is an assets publisher that makes lots of free assets that you can use in your game. We use the toy car kit from his assets. Then we use Cinemachine for the camera. It's easy to set up and still customizable. With that, we added 3 different camera views. One is the simple third-person view from the back. Another is the driver's point of view. And the last is a free look camera that player can control to see the car from any angle. For UI, we use the UI toolkit. Making UI in the UI toolkit is much faster than the old ways, especially if you know basic HTML and CSS. UI toolkit also has similar UXML and USS files to render the UI. Now that the camera is set up, we worked on car controls. We used a new input system that makes it much easier to handle inputs from different platforms like keyboard, touchscreen, and even controller. But using it to take inputs for the car was not straightforward. The input system generally gives digital data. So if any button is pressed, then it will give 1 and then directly go to 0. But for our car, we need it to slowly pick up speed as the player presses the button. So we made a little custom script that uses the lerp function to change the value over time rather than changing it directly. We call it blend speed. And then we just give that blend speed in the input system, and now we have a proper input system that slowly increases the value. For other mechanics of the car and movement, we followed the Toyfull games. They explained their car controls in detail, which helped us make our own. It gives excellent control over things like car speed in front and reverses, its braking force, its ability to drift, etc. Then we added the sound effect of the engine and brakes that react with car speed. Then we added tire skid marks and smoke effects. For the tire skid, we used the trail renderer component and black material. One funny thing about trails is that it stays there even when the car is in air. This creates an interesting look on the car. We disabled it for now, but we might use this effect later. We used the stylized smoke effects from the asset store in the particle system for smoke clouds. Now we have basic car controls ready. Then we added a new vehicle, a pickup truck. It's very similar to the car, just with a different speed and brake force. Here we made a scriptable object where we can maintain different values for cars like its sound effects and controls. This makes it easy for us to switch between cars and test each of them properly. Then we just designed some tracks to test our car on it. Jiko from our team has designed both of these cool tracks. Please check out his work from the links in the description. In the end, we just made some UI to show buttons for phone controls. Here we use normal canvas since using the UI toolkit with the input system is not that easy. Now, our car and camera setup is working. The next step would be to add some AI cars that will take part in the race with players. All of these mechanics were made by Gavin from our team. Please check out his work as well. So that's it for this devlog. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you in the next devlog. Bye-bye.